They spoke too fast and the silence filled the room with need. Every word another weakness, they didn't mean to bleed. I stay still, let them ramble, let confidence decay. Men who talk too much always give the game away.
They dug them seals out of pearl.
They dug them seals out of pearl. I didn't interrupt the moment, didn't rush the fall. Silence makes me nervous when no one answers back at all. They try to sound important, try to force commands. I watch authority leak out every time they move their hands.
Out of power.
They taught them seals out of power. Noise doesn't build control, it only proves desire. Power stays quiet and lets pressure light the fire.
They taught them seals out of crying.
They taught them seals out of power. I never raised my voice, they surrendered it, bowed and I pressed the creases, but a stain stayed. Leather soles, still no back alleys. Learned how to speak soft, shake hands slow, but my knuckle remember everything they broke. I changed the way I walk, not the road. Changed my name, not the ghost. Every mirror tells a cleaner lie, but my sleep still knows the truth at night. They see the calm, they don't hear the noise. They see the man, not the boy. I don't explain what it cost me. Some debts don't leave quietly. A suit wasn't enough to clean the past. Silk and patience don't erase the scars. I learned control the hard way first. Carried weight before I carried class. I move forward, but I don't the past. Etiquette learned in hostile rooms, respect earned with nothing to prove. I watch men talk themselves into graves. I learned silence keeps you safe. I don't raise my voice, I raise standards. I don't threaten, I just stand there. Pressure shape what polish hides. Pain taught me how to decide. They call it growth, I call it scars. You don't arrive, you survive this far. I don't chase peace, I earn it slow. Step by step, stone by stone. A suit wasn't enough to clean the past. Time moves forward, memory drags. I learned discipline through dirt and glass. Still walk straight through every trap. I move forward, but I don't pretend. Some nights don't forgive you again. I keep going, built to last. A suit wasn't enough to clean the past. I didn't change to be admired. I changed so I wouldn't return. Some lessons don't fade, they just burn quieter. The suit wasn't enough to clean the past, but it taught me how to walk ahead. I don't run, I don't ask, I just carry it and keep moving fast. Still here, still standing, still dressed for what comes next. Heavy coat, empty street, same load every time I leave. No backup plan in my pocket, just weight I agreed to keep. I don't spread it around, I don't need relief. Some things aren't meant to be shared, they're meant to be carried clean. I learned early, help is seasonal. Responsibility isn't. I was built to carry it alone. No handout, no sound. If it's mine to handle, I don't set it down. I was built to carry it alone. No applause, no throne. I don't wait to be understood, I just shoulder it and go. Some men fold when it's quiet, they need noise to feel strong. I got used to the silence, that's where I got long. I don't ask who's watching, I don't check who's gone. If it needs to move forward, I'll move it on my own. Comfort makes promises, pressure keeps them. I was built to carry it alone, that's the way it stays. I don't trade strength for sympathy, I don't borrow faith. I was built to carry it alone. No rescue call if it's heavy and necessary, I accept it all. Oh, 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 oh. I was built to carry it alone. Oh, I was built to carry it alone. Oh, no rescue call, yeah. If it's heavy and necessary, I accept it all. Not everything heavy is a burden. Some weight is proof you trust it. I was built to carry it alone. I was built to carry it alone. Still standing, still exact. Don't complain about the load. I'll let it shape my back. Let it shape my back. I was built to carry it alone. No drama shown. I don't need a crowd to move. I was trained for this road. No witness, no plea. Still moving. Responsibility. I never raised my voice in crowded rooms. Never chased the light they like to stand under. I let the loud ones talk themselves tired. I learned early time works better than thunder. I stayed seated when they laughed too long. Watched respect drift away from their tone. They thought silence meant I had nothing. Didn't know I was building alone. I felt a shift before it showed. When eyes changed shape and smiles froze. By the time they noticed, it was over. Doors were closed, they didn't hear. I was gone before the questions, before the panic, before the fear. They looked up when the room went colder. That's when they finally understood. By the time they noticed, it was over. And it ended just like it should. I kept my hands clean, my plans quiet. Never told them what I knew. Let them underestimate the calm. That's the mistake they always choose. I moved pieces while they argued. Counted nights, not applause. When they asked how it all happened, I just blamed time and cause. I didn't rush, I didn't fight. I let the truth arrive at night. By the time they noticed, it was over. No explanation left to give. They asked me why, I never warned them. I just smiled and chose to live. They felt small when the power shifted. Heard my name without a sound. By the time they noticed, it was over. I was nowhere to be found. There's a moment when respect turns quiet, when the air gets thick and still. That's the sound of balance settling. That's the sound of will. No revenge, no speeches made, just outcomes walking in my place. By the time they noticed, it was over. I didn't need the last word said. I outgrew the room in silence and left the echo in their head. They still ask where I disappeared to, like it happened overnight. By the time they noticed, it was over. I'd already won the night. Silence doesn't beg or boast, it waits, and then it closes the door. measure myself by the noise in the room. Some men need a witness just to breathe through the truth. I don't flinch at the silence. I don't fill empty space. If you know who you are, you don't rush to be placed. Calm men don't need approval. Still waters carry the weight. Calm men don't need approval. They don't explain, they don't wait. I don't reach for the spotlight. I don't chase what's loud. Some men live for reaction. I live fine without. I don't bend for opinion. I don't change my pace. Time respects the steady, not the ones in a race. Well, calm men don't need approval. Still waters carry the weight. Well, calm men don't need approval. They don't move, they don't shake. Approval is rented. Calm is on. A calm man don't need approval. No hands raised, no defense. A calm man don't need approval. Just presence. Yeah. A calm man don't need approval. Approval. I don't measure myself by the noise in the room. Some men need a witness just to breathe through the truth. I don't flinch at the silence. I don't fill empty space. If you know who you are, you don't rush to be placed. Calm men don't need approval. Still waters carry the weight. Calm men don't need approval. They don't explain, they don't wait. I don't reach for the spotlight. I don't chase what's loud. Some men live for reaction. I live fine without. I don't bend for opinion. I don't change my pace. Time respects the steady, not the ones in a race. Calm men don't need approval. Still waters carry the weight. Calm men don't need approval. I didn't start with manners, I started with survival. Learn which looks turn lethal, learn silence is vital. I grew up reading tension, like others read the room, where tone could start a problem and pride could seal your doom. They think I'm calm by nature, they don't know how I train. Control came after damage, patience came with pain. Etiquette learned after violence, grace built on consequence. I didn't wake up gentle, I earned this self-restraint. I learned to hold my temper, because I've seen where it ends. Etiquette learned after violence, that's how a man defends. I've seen respect demanded, I've seen it disappear. I learned the kind that lasts, doesn't need to sound severe. I watch loud men fade quickly, heard quiet ones advance. I learned when not to answer, I learned when not to stand. They mistake my tone for softness, they don't know what I chose. I've already been reckless, now I move with code. Etiquette learned after violence, discipline over desire. I don't raise my voice in rooms that used to catch on fire. I don't threaten or explain, I don't flinch or pretend. Etiquette learned after violence, that's how I stay ahead. I don't forget who I was, I just don't let him drive. Some lessons teach control only after you survive. Etiquette learned after violence, still carry what I know. I didn't trade my past away, I just learned how to hold on. I walk clean, speak careful, every move deliberate. Etiquette learned after violence, that's how pressure creates men. Calm isn't innocence, it's experience under control. Etiquette learned out of all. No looking back in this mirror, what's done stays done. I don't rewind season, I don't ask where I went wrong. Shoes still dirty from yesterday, suit still sharp, mind still clear. I don't need closure, I need distance from here. Regret is heavy if you carry it, I learned how to set it down. You don't outrun the past, you outwalk it mile by mile. Forward is the only direction, no pause, no retreat. I don't circle old battles, I replace them with feet. Forward is the only direction, I don't stall in my head. If it's in front of me now, it's already handled. Some men sit with their wounds, tell stories, drink them slow. I stitched mine quiet, kept it moving down the road. I don't explain why I left or why I didn't stay. If something costs momentum, I let it decay. Comfort tries to negotiate, fear likes to repeat. I don't argue with either, I let progress speak. Forward is the only direction, that's the rule I respect. Every step builds leverage, every mile pays debt. Forward is the only direction, no sign, no sound. I don't wait to feel ready, I'm already outbound. You don't heal by standing still, you don't win by revisiting losses. Movement turns pain into distance, distance turns pressure into power. Forward is the only direction, I don't ask what I lost, I measure everything now by the distance it costs. Forward is the only direction, still calm, still precise. I don't chase a new life, I walk into it. No reverse, no delay, just motion every day. Lessons taste like whiskey, sharp going down, warm when they stay. Some men learn fast and forget it, I learned slow and kept the way. I don't rush the memory, I don't water it down. If it burned its way through me, I earned it the long way around. Hard lessons taste like whiskey, no sugar, no chase. They don't hit you all at once, they linger in place. Hard lessons taste like whiskey, you don't drink to forget, you drink to remember what you won't repeat. I paid for my education in nights I don't explain. Some men talk about the past, I let mine stay unnamed. I don't brag about survival, I don't clean the scars. The proof is how I sit still now, not how hard it was. Hard lessons taste like whiskey. No rush, no thrill. They teach you how to stand when nothing else will. Hard lessons taste like whiskey. Easy lessons fade. Hard ones stay. Taste like whiskey. No need to say why. If you've had a few, you know the kind. Island volume gets expensive. Silence keeps you whole. I've seen loud men disappear, trying to control. I felt the shift before the clash. Read the look, read the strain. I didn't need to dominate, I just stayed sane.
Stay low. Ooh, stay calm.
He didn't raise his voice again. That's how he stayed alive. I don't need to win the moment, I just need to leave on time. He didn't raise his voice again. That's control, not fear. I've already been reckless, now I'm still here. Oh, I know how anger feeds itself, I know how rooms ignite. I've watched respect die mid-sentence. I don't gamble with the night. I don't posture, I don't press, I don't chase the edge. I already learned the lesson, I don't need it said. Ooh, breathe slow. Ooh, step back. He didn't raise his voice, that's wisdom harder. I don't stay where pride wants blood, I leave before it turns.
Silence kept what shouting lost. 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 He don't wait for green lights. He don't ask who's in charge. If the road's in front of him, he takes it as his. Some men pause at the gate, waiting on a nod. He learned early, momentum answers faster than permission. He don't explain direction, he don't announce intent. By the time they notice, he's already past the fence. He keeps going without permission. No signature, no sign. He don't need agreement, he moves on time. He keeps going without permission. No blessing, no cue. If it needs to move forward, he already does. He don't wait for validation. He don't need the room. Most doors open quietly when you stop asking them to. He learned rules are flexible for men who don't stall. He don't break them loudly, he steps around them calm. Fear likes authority, doesn't recognize it. He keeps going without permission. No pause, no appeal. He don't check if it's allowed, he checks if it's real. He keeps going without permission. Still clean, still exact. He don't look for clearance, he acts. Approval slows movement, movement creates approval. He chose the faster option. He keeps going without permission. No noise when he passes. He don't wait to be chosen, he chooses the path. He keeps going without permission. Still calm, still true. If the moment needs action, he moves through. No asking, no delay. Already moving out of the way.
I felt the heat before the voices rose. Read the air before the doors close. I've seen pride turn rooms to graves. I don't stay long where fire waves. I learned early how things end. When ego starts pretending, I don't need the last word. I need tomorrow breathing.
Step away. Not today.
He left the room before it burned again. That's discipline, not fear. I've watched too many men stay loud and vanish year by year. I don't explain my exits, I don't argue when I can win. He left the room before it burned again and walked out still intact.
I know the sound of bad decisions, I know intention shifts. I see respect, I miss sentence. I don't gamble with outcomes. I don't posture, I don't warn, I don't circle broken ends. I choose silence over smoke, and I live to choose again. Ooh, step away. Ooh, stay clean.
He left the room before it burned again. That's growth they never clap for. I don't need to prove control, I already paid that cost. I don't chase the final moment, I don't test what I've been in. He left the room before it burned again. That's how you really win. Some victory don't make noise, they make distance. I felt the heat before the voices rose, read the air before the doors closed. I've seen pride turn rooms to graves. I don't stay long where fire waits. I learned early how things end when ego starts pretending. I don't need the last word, I need tomorrow breathing. Ooh, step away. Ooh, not today. He left the room before it burned again. That's discipline, not fear. I've watched too many men stay loud and vanish year by year. I don't explain my exits, I don't argue when I can win. He left the room before it burned again and walked out still intact. I know the sound of bad decisions, I know intention shifts. I've seen respect, I miss sentence. I don't gamble with outcomes. I don't posture, I don't warn, I don't circle broken ends. I choose silence over smoke, and I live to choose again. Ooh, step away. Ooh, stay clean. He left the room before it burned again. There's growth they never clap for. I don't need to prove control, I already paid that cost.
speak distance.
He learned explanations invite questions, and questions invite doubt. He stopped defending decisions and started walking out. He watched words turn into leverage used against the man who spoke. So he folded his reasons inward and let the silence hold. Ooh, let it be. Ooh, stand still. He never explained himself again, that's how the noise fell off. He didn't win the argument, he just walked with what it cost. He never explained himself again, no justifying breath. Some truths don't need discussion, they survive the test.
He noticed calm unsettles people more than shouting ever could. He learned distance speaks in volumes when understood.
He didn't sharpen every answer, didn't polish every claim. He let time introduce him before they asked his name. Already known, already said. He never explained himself again, that's discipline refined. He didn't chase acceptance, he let them change their mind. He never explained himself again, that's how control begins. He didn't need permission to leave rooms he was in. Silence didn't weaken him, it positioned him.
I closed the bar before I spoke, let the room go quiet first. Some men talk to fill the silence, I let silence do the work. I don't rush the conversation, I don't spill what I know. If it matters, it can wait. If it can't, I let it go. I closed the bar before I spoke. No crowd, no eyes. Some truths don't move in daylight, they survive at night. I closed the bar before I spoke. No noise, no show. What's said too early loses weight, so I spoke slow. I've seen men lose control, just trying to be heard. I learned power sits patient in the pause between words. Yeah, I don't drink to forget. Yeah, I drink to sit still. The bottle doesn't push me. Yeah. It laid aside when I will. If something needs the room, it doesn't need me. Some conversations don't need an audience. I close the bar before I spoke. No rush, no flame. If it mattered enough to say, it stayed. Yeah. I closed the bar before I spoke.